according to the ordinance. Plus it has to be published in one newspaper. Can't be less than 15 days, that's what I read.
Is this one of those cases where we have to have a publication in advance, or can we have a public hearing like we did with the CRT zone, where we just announced it for an upcoming meeting?
I would go ahead and have a formal public hearing.
Okay, so then that would indicate that we couldn't do it on the 21st.
If you have it, so
It'd have to be next month, November.
yeah.
Thank you for knowing the ordinance.
You gotta read them.
I agree. I'm not interested.
Any other public comment? If not, I'll,
I think you had one more there. Joe looked like he was hiding behind there, hiding behind Mike.
Before Joe gets up here, I'm going to suggest for the Hunter's Ridge issue that we just put that off till November, since we have to have this public hearing that the city attorney is recommending, and we'll have the public hearing on the next, whatever the date is in November. We'll advertise for that and go from there. So, Les, if you want to just hold off and tell your people that we'll have it in November, we'll do it then.
Right, that's fine.
Okay.
I just had one quick thing too. Is on the city city attorney. Have you been talking with our lawyer about what's going on here or no?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's all I want to know. Thanks.
good.
Joe Spar, 103 East Crestview. As a member of the Park Board, I'm here representing the Park Board to ask that the Park Board be allowed, Park Department be allowed to use the, what I call the junior high building, gymnasium to determine, or this, you know, what we did so far as a Park Department is toured the building and saw the condition, and Laura gave her presentation last week, and all we're asking for is to be able to use the gym until, you know, some further date. Winter's coming on. We have heat and electricity now. There's really nothing to prevent us that is visible to the eye from doing that. We're not going to run our programs out of there. All we're going to do is gauge interest in renting the building so the community can use it. Right now, all our programs are run through the school, and that'll continue until the gym is improved to the condition that we feel that we can run our programs in. So, in other words, all we're asking is to be able to use the building now, and instead of waiting until something else happens, because that may not happen for a long time. So, what our thinking is to go in, clean it up into presentable condition to rent, and then have our department be set up to rent it for whoever wants to rent
Heat, lights, and water.
it. Lights and water. We already have that.
But who's going to be responsible for that?
Well, what I'm saying is, you guys are already paying for it. So all we would be doing is using it. And all I'm asking is that we,
Like a Democrat.
that we get something out of that. I mean, why pay for heat, lights, and water if you're not going to benefit from it?
One thing to note is our insurance on the building is only for it's for demolition, pretty much only. We do not have insurance for people to occupy the building.
Okay, but we do have insurance. And all we have to do is have a formal agreement as the park department that we're covered. I don't think that'd be a big deal. Something else that, you know, we may not really need to do until the spring is that we would like, as park department, again, we discussed this, and we would like to have a formal agreement that we take care of the grounds at the school, under the same, with the same idea being that really we're not set up, we're not supposed to provide or do things for the city when it's in their name. Now, for $1 a year, for whatever we want to say, if we formalize it, then there's no problem. But the way it's being done right now, it's, you know, it's a little bit beyond what we're supposed to be doing here. So, and you know, the way it worked out this year is it wasn't being taken care of, so the park department volunteered, whatever you want to say, to mow it and take care of it. So it really is taking it off of you guys. And like I say, but that would be something we talk about in the spring when mowing resumes. Anybody got any questions of?
The board have any discussion on the gymnasium?
I have a question of Paul. Are the heat, lights, and water in the gymnasium all, I mean, I took a tour on Sunday and I didn't think everything was on. Can you comment to that?
Well, we don't have everything on, but 99.9% of everything that we've got's on. I was supposed to give a report about what we've done as far as we went out. Can I give it now, or do you want me to? How do you want me to do it? Okay. The elevator issue. What we've done is we've gone over there and we tried to get the elevator to move, and we couldn't get it to move. So we had our electrician come in and look at it. He's quite knowledgeable in elevators, and basically what he told us was that the motor in the hydraulic pump is bad. At this time, I can't tell you whether or not that we can have it rebuilt or we have to buy new, but the estimate is $7,000 to $10,000 to fix the elevator. MoPerm, in order for me to start the boiler up and turn the heat system on, I talked to Mike Keith's Insurance. They talked to MoPerm. MoPerm said that they wanted to have the boiler inspected. We had the inspection last week so that we can go ahead and hopefully get this thing fired up and get heat in the building. What MoPerm's inspector told our people was that we had to install an emergency shutoff switch. We installed the emergency shutoff switch, and now that I've got it in writing that says that I have to have one at every building or at every door in the building where the boiler's at. So we'll have to install one more switch in order before we turn the boilers on. They wanted us to do a couple other things that with Unicorn Consulting's help, we can get this done. Some of it we can do by ourselves, but some of it we'll have to help them on. And that's where the building actually stands. Now we have some of the radiators in the building shut off because they were leaking last year, and we didn't want to spend the money to fix all the radiators. It's set all this time, the water's shut off. We've just recently turned it back on in order for the boiler to be inspected and all. So we don't know for sure just how bad a shape we're going to be in whenever we do fire the boiler, if you guys say that's what you want. Like I say, the elevator, $7,000 to $10,000 to have it fixed. The boiler, in order to get if we don't have to do anything to any of the other parts, if we can just take care of what the inspection said and light the boiler, we can do that probably for another $1,000 at most. And that's where the boiler issue stands, and